Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. This show is going to be a Peter Like show. I'm going to ask you to pray for good chemistry with somebody that I'm meeting in the near future. So it's a social connectivity prayer. So it's a like. Let's do it again. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. So I need to get a little bit better at asking for things that I want in my life. And I had a good experience doing that today. I was confiding with one of my colleagues that I trust here at Central Arizona College. I've only been here for 3 weeks, and I already have a few people that I can trust, which is a really good feeling. I really want to make this work out here. And we had talked about how I had some difficulties at meetups trying to meet the right people, and how I just moved from Phoenix to Apache Junction. Not really that far of a move. I mean, I'll still be commuting to Phoenix from time to time, and how I had a lot of difficulty with dating there. And I only been on 2 dates with other people while I was over in Phoenix. And it sounds like she has somebody in mind that she wants to hook me up with. So I'm really pleased about that. More importantly, I'm pleased that in just 3 weeks, I have a few colleagues that I can confide in about these things, among others. It helps that we have all sorts of departments in here, right? She actually teaches English in here, and she had she had been really proud that she had coined a word when she was in college. And I asked her how one goes about inventing a new word. And she said, you just use it and hope that more people use it. And, I tried coining some words. Usually, what I tried to do in the past was I'll sometimes mention it on YouTube. Other times, I'll vandalize Wikipedia with the word to see if anybody notices that it's a fake word. If nobody notices, sometimes it sticks around for a while. Eventually, people notice, though. That's the thing. What was her word? Oh, her word was monobrow, like an eyebrow that's like, some people only have one eyebrow across their eyes. And when I was working on my PhD, I had attempted to coin the word GIF, J-I-F. What had happened was we had print quotas. And one day, I accidentally sat down at somebody's computer. They forgot to log out. I accidentally sat down. They were still logged in. And when I went to print something, it printed under his account, and his username was JIF4. It was somebody with the initials JIF. And I accidentally stole a few pages of his print quota. Later that day, I was talking to a friend and bragging about how I accidentally stole like 10 pages of print quota. And my friend said, "Oh, you GIFed him because of the JIF on the page." So I wanted to coin the word GIF to mean to swindle somebody, just like JIP, but a little bit more politically correct because JIP is kind of a racial slur. And later that year, my friend and I, the friend who said that I GIFed him, my friend and I were talking about New Year's resolutions. And my friend said that this year he wants to make more friends. He didn't make too many friends last year. He only got to see me. He mentioned a few more friends. And then he listed GIF amongst the friends that he met the previous year. Even though he had never seen him, all he knew about GIF was from that print quote. And I said, "Do you mean the guy that I accidentally GIFed?" And my friend said, "Well, yeah, he must be a really nice guy to share 10 pages of print quota with you, isn't he?" And I laughed at him. And my friend suggested that maybe I could email GIF, since we have his username, and apologize for accidentally stealing the print quota. Maybe we can make a friend that way. And he convinced me to write an email to apologize to the friend, or to GIF, and hope to make a new friend. And so I wrote the email, and sure enough, GIF responded, and he said that it's not the end of the world, and it's a funny story, and he got his 10 pages worth from the laughter that it generated for him. So it was good. We never really saw Jiff in person. We talked to him on Facebook a couple of times after that. And all around, it was a funny story. The Jiff incident happened just before the new year, and so it was like a holiday of like a funny story, right? So it was all right. And so I was telling my new colleague about how I tried to invent the word GIF, how I vandalized Wikipedia with my fake words to see if anybody will notice it. And I showed my colleague the Mondrian Art Square. Let me show you guys. Mondrian Art Squares that I've been drawing. So this is what we call a magic square. Every straight line on here adds up. If you add the numbers in any straight line, they all add up to 465. And if you multiply all the numbers in a straight line, they multiply to that number. I'll have to think about a creative way to draw this in an art form at some point. This is a Mondrian square. I think it looks best in this direction. This is a Mondrian art square. It's a 25 by 25 square that's subdivided into rectangles such that every rectangle is different, but the areas are very similar as close as possible. And this is what is known as Pythagorean's tree, where you put a bunch of Pythagorean triangles together to make a tree formation. All in all, again, part of the reason I've been doing so well these last couple of weeks, and I got a little bit of reinforcement yesterday actually, is that I've been dealing with a lot of bad news. I had my ex-girlfriend got married, and yesterday I felt rejected at a board game meetup. A bunch of people wouldn't play this game with me, and I've been trying to escape all of that drama. And it's pushing me to make art, to write computer games, to do well at my work, to look for new work here. I'm going to look for additional work here in the Apache Junction area because I want to leave Phoenix behind. I didn't have a lot of good fortunes over there. Like I said, I hardly dated over there, and so my eating habits kind of went to shit when I was working at a previous job over there because of the toxic psychological work environment. And just a lot of bad news. Sometimes I hate spending time in Phoenix now. Every time I go there, it just brings a lot of trauma back. It's gonna take a lot of hard work to erase all the trauma that I associate with Phoenix. But I'm starting to feel better now. I don't want to feel too good though, because all this bad feeling is what's driving all of this art, right? I hope to make. I really like this one. I'm going to make more just like this. Please pray for my. I'm really glad that I spoke up and asked for what I wanted with this colleague and got what I wanted. I need to do that more, right? Not just with personal life matters, but professionally as well. Hey, this schedule doesn't work for me. Hey, I like some time off, right? Hey, whatever, right? So, for example, Central Arizona College has many, many campuses. And I hope next semester I get to continue teaching here at Apache Junction because I have some good housing right now and I hate to have to move away from there, right? So pray that I get better at asking for what I like. Pray that my other ex-girlfriends also get married. I had a huge boost of energy. It was like a mental health stimulus, right? Kind of like the financial stimulus we got a few years ago, right? God gave me a mental health stimulus these last couple of weeks, right? I need him to continue to give me these unemployment checks, right? That one reminds me of the Partridge Family. You mean the drawing or my story or whatever the situation is? But it was like these last couple of weeks have been like stimulus checks. So remember in 2020 when we kept getting stimulus checks and unemployment checks and nobody had to worry about money, right? The ex-girlfriend getting married and the rejection at the meetup yesterday kind of felt like that, but with my mental health rather than my bank account, right? I don't know if that was a good analogy. Put a like on the comments if that was a good analogy. I don't know if that was right. I need to continue to get these stimulus checks from God, right? If that's a good analogy. But pray that I get another check in the mail soon. This is the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum